Hi everybody, it's Stacy. Thank you for coming on this yoga leap with me. Welcome to anyone who's been practicing with me for a while. Welcome to anyone who is finding these videos or this video for the first time. I'm glad you're here. As you can see, I have my chair here behind me. We will be doing a lot of seated poses today, stretching and stretching out our low back and our hips as always. And just taking it nice and slow. It's evening while I'm recording. I don't know what time it is when you are finding this video. So we can, at the beginning of our practice, work on finding the right type of energy for you in your practice today, regardless of what time of day it is. I do cue in the chair and on the mat. So if you are waiting for me to demonstrate something in the chair or on the mat, just find a comfortable pose that you can stay in and find a few breaths in while you wait for me to catch up. And if you have props you like to practice with, go ahead and grab those now. I don't use them too much, but if you have blocks or blankets, bolsters, anything like that that you do like to practice with, by all means, grab them and maybe hit play on your favorite playlist. And I will meet you over on the mat to begin. So hi, welcome. I'm Stacy. We're going to start seated today, whether that's in your chair or on the floor. Go ahead and make your way into a comfortable seated position. I'm going to come all the way down to my mat today and settle in. Again, if you're in the chair, settle in, sit nice and tall. If you have a chair with a backrest, you can use that for support, or you can choose to lean away from it. It's your choice. If you have arms, go ahead and rest them on the arms of the chair. And if not, I'm just going to move my chair out of the way a little bit. If not, we can all bring our hands and just bring them to our lap. Now, hands can be turned down or turned up. Again, this will help us find the right kind of energy that we're looking for today. If we're looking to bring the energy down a little bit, turn the palms down. It can feel grounding and just sort of calming to connect with your own self this way. If you are looking to invite energy in, you're looking to boost your energy levels, maybe turning the palms up will help you find that energy. So sitting up nice and tall, legs can be crossed. They can be in half lotus if you're practicing lotus, if you're practicing lotus, or just a nice, easy, simple cross leg, however you feel comfortable. I'm going to turn my palms down. And final thing, we want to maybe roll the shoulders down and back and close the eyes if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, just turning the gaze down towards the floor and finding something nice and still to look at. And we want to spend a couple of moments just breathing and recognizing where we are today, honoring the energy we are feeling right here and right now. So just notice the breath to begin with. Don't change anything about it. Just try to breathe naturally and notice your breath. Maybe you're noticing it's fast and shallow, or maybe it's really deep and long, depending again on what type of day you've had or what time of day it is. There's no right or wrong. We're just noticing. Really notice where you feel the breath. So are you feeling a big moving sensation in your belly or your chest, or are you really just noticing it flowing in and out of your nose? And again, there's no right or wrong answer. We're just trying to tune into it and notice. We can start to deepen the breath. And as we inhale, we want to imagine filling our whole body. So filling the belly, forwards, sideways, backwards, and then continuing to inhale, feel and fill the ribs and chest. And then finally, one final deep inhale, filling up through the throat and all the way to the top of the head, and then let it all go. Exhale. So you'll feel everything sort of draw back in, melt back in towards center. Let's inhale, filling belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale to fill belly, ribs, and chest, and notice if there's a place where the breath sticks before you can sort of move into continuing to fill. And see if on the exhale, you can exhale smoothly and slowly. few more times, breathing at your own perfect pace. Inhaling to fill belly, ribs, and chest, and exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. And in this moment of nice, deep, steady breath, if practicing setting an intention is part of your practice, go ahead and do that now. So an intention can be something like a motto or a mantra that you can repeat to yourself over and over again. It's another tool along with our breath work to help bring us back to the present moment. So your intention or your mantra, your motto can be something as simple as I am here, I am breathing, I am practicing, I've got this, I don't got this, whatever resonates with you and your energy and your body. Just repeat that over and over again a few times. And it's, like I said, something you can come back to if you find you start to drift off and you start thinking about, oh, I wish I had, and oh, I have to do this still. And find a bit of calming energy and presence by just repeating your motto, I've got this, or whatever it is. All right, let's bring a bit of movement here with the breath. To begin with, let's just inhale, sweep our arms up overhead, reach tall, and then exhale, press it all down. Good, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale one more time here. Inhale, let's pause at the top for a bit. Let's see if we can really reach a little bit longer through the side body. So start to creep the shoulders up, really reach those fingers up towards the ceiling. Find space and length through the sides of the body. And really root down through the sit bones as well. This will help you find length. Inhale. Exhale, let's bring the hands behind, clasp the fingers, and reach the knuckles down towards the mat. You can try to draw palms together or maybe keep the palms separated. I'm just going to turn around, show what that looks like. So you have a couple of choices. As we reach the hands, maybe the palms will draw together as we reach knuckles down, or maybe we can't quite get there and our hands will stay nice and open. Either way, a bit of energy reaching down towards the ground. Awesome. Turning back around. Joining you facing forward. Okay, so from here, let's see if we can take these fists that we've made and bring them over towards our right side. Just hook them onto your right waist there, and then settle in and see if we can tip our right ear to right shoulder as well. So now we're creating a big, nice, deep stretch down left side of the neck. Staying here, finding a few breaths. All right, let's come back up. Awesome, let's release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down by our side. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Let's exhale behind, cross the fingers, maybe even crossing the wrong finger in front, so the opposite way that you would naturally interlace the fingers. Sorry, that's what I meant, interlace the fingers, not cross the fingers. And reach those knuckles down. Good, let's see if we can then bring the knuckles over towards the left. And once we settle in, maybe can we, whoops, sorry, I've got a little something crawling on me there. Tilt left ear to left shoulder, and now opening up through the right side of the neck. Stay for a couple more breaths. Enjoy the stretch. Awesome. Then come back through center. Release the hands. Do a big inhale. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. Let's clasp the fingers up at the top here. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. From here, let's find a side bend. Tipping over towards the left, rooting down through the opposite sit bone and reaching those knuckles away, creating a big side stretch through the right side body. Let's inhale back up through center. Good. Let's do an exhale and round through the spine. Flip the palms back towards you and really splay the shoulder blades round through the spine. So it's like a bit of a cat stretch here as we reach forward. Then let's inhale back up through center. Flip the palms back up and then over towards the right. Ground down through the left sit bone now, creating that big opening down the left side body. Good. Inhale through center. Flip the palms towards you, round through the spine. Exhale. Good. Let's inhale, reach up. Turn the palms up. Let's exhale over to the side. We're going to flow through this a few times. Inhale back through center. Exhale round. Inhale. Flip those palms up. And then exhale. Inhale. One more time each side, but we'll exhale through center, round the spine. Inhale, flip the palms up. Exhale. And inhale, flip the palms again. Exhale, round. Inhale, last time. And exhale. We'll inhale through center. Let's release the hands down to our side. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Shake it out. Good. If you feel the need to switch the cross of your legs, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, staying where you are is perfect. Let's add some, we've done some side bending here. And we've done some sort of spinal flexion and extension a little bit. We're going to twist through the spine as if it's a bit of a barbershop pull. So we want to have a nice straight spine, then we want to twist this way. We don't want to sort of lean back or forward. So root down through those sit bones, plant the feet firmly on the ground if you're sitting in the chair, and then inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's exhale, twist over towards the left. The right arm crosses the body. It will reach beyond the left knee here. We're sitting up nice and tall, rooting down through the sit bones, and we're twisting through belly, ribs, and chest. Maybe looking over the back shoulder. Maybe even taking a peek down. This will intensify the stretch here a bit. That might be too much, or it might feel awesome. I could stay here for a few breaths. Good. If you're looking down, bring the gaze back up, untwist, inhale through center. And exhale, we'll twist over to the other side. The left arm will cross the body, reach beyond the knee here. Right hand for support behind us. And we're going to twist through belly, ribs, and chest. Maybe looking over the back shoulder. Maybe looking down towards the back hand. And let's inhale, untwist. We're going to go one more time on each side. Moving with breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good, let's inhale through center. Exhale, lower the hands down. Awesome. Let's get a little bit of movement going in our hips. So if you're in the chair, option 2, bring your hands to your knees and we'll just circle through the hips. Now you can do this seated on the ground as well, or if you're ready to move into cat-cow and circle through the hips on all fours in your tabletop position, you can do that. So I'll join you there in a minute if you're looking for some visual cues for that. Otherwise, hands on thighs, rotate through the hips and the waist, trying to find movement in a variety of directions here. Make it nice and sort of, I don't know, free flowing. And when you're ready to switch directions, I'm going to join you in tabletop here in case you're looking for what that might look like. Tabletop, we're just going to stack our joints, spread our fingers nice and wide. You can start with cat-cow, or you can even go right into some barrel rolls. You can sit forwards and back. So really, again, anything. We're just looking to sort of move the spine in a lot of different directions. So we've got barrel rolls, we've got moving back and forth, we've got just your straight cat-cow, and then anything that feels good is exactly what you should be doing. Just for a couple more breaths. Good. Okay. Let's come back to our neutral spine. So that could be sitting nice and tall, or you may want to join me here in tabletop. Awesome. Let's continue with some more big breaths and some twisting. So for this, the knees can come a little wider as the toes come together. And if you're sitting in the chair, just step the feet a little wider. We're just looking for a bit of space we can open up here. Plant the right hand down and we'll sweep our left hand up and open. And you'll see that with the knees open a little bit, I'll turn to the front. So instead of being in a traditional tabletop, if we step the knees a little bit wider and bring the toes together, we just have a little bit more space to open up here for this sequence. If you are in the chair, the sequence might look like this. We're gonna step the feet wide and you'll lean into your knees for support and then just open up this way. We're just twisting through the waist. You can imagine you're drawing sort of a straight line from the ankle and all the way up behind you to the back wall. So I'm going to join you back on the ground as we flow through a few rounds of breath. I'll try to catch up as we inhale and open, exhale, lower down. Let's add on here, assuming we've done a couple breaths. Let's lower and thread our left hand underneath and then come back up. So we're just sort of increasing the range of movement here. For those of us on the floor, inhale to reach up. Let's see if we can lower down and stay. So thread the needle, lower the side of face or the forehead down. So we're feeling a stretch in the shoulder and we're supporting ourselves with this other hand here. If you're in the chair, just keep flowing or find a tricep stretch by reaching the arm across the chest. I'll demonstrate that on our next flow. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. Let's press into the support hand, untwist, open up, and then lower down. We'll switch sides. So in the chair, if you're sitting in the chair and you can't thread the needle, you can just simply find a nice tricep shoulder stretch by bringing the arm in front and just hooking the other one as the support for it. And then we'll switch sides. Okay, switching sides. Toes together, knees apart. Let's inhale, reach the right arm up and open. Take a big inhale, feel the twist through the core there. And then exhale, lower. Let's just do 2 like this before we start to increase the range of motion. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now we'll add on. Inhale, exhale. Thread that needle. Don't stay yet. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, open. And exhale, let's stay. Let's thread the needle, lower the side of the face or forehead down. Support yourself here with the opposite arm or find that tricep shoulder stretch seated in your chair. And stay for 3. For 2. And 1. On the next inhale, press into the support arm. We're going to open up, twist up, and bring that hand back down. We can come back into our traditional tabletop here. Send the hips back to child's pose. Actually, you can keep the knees nice and wide if you like, and melt the belly down. And walk the hands forward. If you're in the chair, melting forward over the lap. Coming into our child's pose. Take a breath. From here, let's add a side stretch. We'll lift our forehead. We're going to walk the hands over to the left. Try and plant the right hand on top of left. And then imagine trying to melt back down whilst keeping the hips nice and heavy onto the heels. That will help increase the stretch down the right side body. So really imagine that right hip being nice and heavy. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. All right, let's lift the forehead, come back through center, and we'll go all the way over to the other side. This time, left hand will try and stack on top of right, and we'll try and keep our left hip nice and heavy, really reaching down into the earth so that we can increase the stretch all the way down left side body. Melt down, stretch here. Staying for 3, for 2, and 1. Here, let's lift the forehead, walk back through center, maybe find child's pose for a breath. And then let's lift the forehead. We'll walk our hands back up towards ourselves. I'm going to turn towards the front of the room here. If it's comfortable to sit on the shins, go ahead and stay here. If it's not comfortable, you can find any comfortable seated position. We're going to come into a baby camel. In fact, I should have stayed sideways. All right, my energy today. That's why I tried to bring it down by having my palms down. My energy feels all over the place. All right, so however we're sitting, let's find a little bit of a heart opener back bend. So here for camel, we can just simply reach our hands back, lean back a little bit, and then take a big inhale, lift our heart space. So try to imagine lengthening through the low back and lifting, not just sort of dumping into it. So imagine lifting up and open. If you do have blocks and you want to use them, a couple options are to bring the blocks just behind you for a little bit of height here. Option is maybe even to use the block as a seat to give your seat a little bit of height as well. That's actually an option I'm going to take. I happen to have a block. All right, let's find our baby camel. If you're in the chair, maybe reaching back behind, depending on what type of chair you have, and pressing into the back of the chair. Lifting the heart space, open up. Awesome, let's take another breath. Be mindful of the low back, don't dump in, lift up and out. Good, let's come back up through center on our inhale. So use the core strength to lift up and come back up. Awesome. From here, now I'll turn towards the front. Maybe you're still seated on your shins. Maybe you've got a block as well. Let's do a couple of side stretches. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's let the left hand come down to the side. Right arm reaches up and then tilts over. Use the left hand for support, especially if you're on a block like me and you feel a little wobbly. Good, let's inhale through center. This time, right arm will come down on the exhale. Take an inhale here, left arm exhales over. Good, nice side stretch. Let's come up through center, inhale. One more time, each side, move with breath, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's inhale through center. Exhale. Awesome. All right, roll the shoulders, shake it out. If you're sitting on a block, maybe you can remove the block, make your way down to your seat. We'll start to stretch out into the hips a little bit here. So to begin with, let's just find a nice, comfortable seated pose, sitting up nice and tall in the chair here. Let's find a couple of breaths just as we sort of move away from the upper body, torso type of twisting and stretching and move down into the lower body stretching. So finding the energy you need, again, hands down or turned up. Good. All right, from here, let's extend our right leg forward. I'll just make a small adjustment. Left foot will come to the inside of our thigh. Now, if you're sitting in the chair, an option here might be, I'll demonstrate a couple of options. So you don't want to have to hang your foot out in space here. You can leave it planted and just extend the right leg. Lean forward, you'll get a nice back of leg stretch here. Or maybe if you want to move straight into a pigeon, you can keep the right leg bent and cross the left leg over. Now that's going to start stretching out the outer hips, and we won't be there yet, those of us on the floor, but we'll get there. So choosing an option that works for you. All right, for those of us on the floor, let's get into it here. So extend the right leg, left leg in this nice bent position, sitting up nice and tall on the sit bones. Flex the toes back towards the face. Take a big inhale as we reach the arms up, and then hinge forward. So keep a nice long spine. Let the hands fall. Wherever they fall is perfect, with a nice tall spine here. Inhale, stay for a few breaths, and once you've stayed with this nice tall spine for a few rounds of breath and you feel like melting down over the leg, go for it. So to begin with, a couple of rounds of breath here. And then, like I said, if you feel ready, melt down, round through the spine. Let's lift the forehead, come back up, and walk ourselves all the way back up. Good. Let's extend the left leg, shake it out. We'll do a 2-leg forward fold. If you're in the chair, this might feel a little tricky. Just find a forward fold with both feet planted on the floor. If you're on the floor with me, sitting up nice and tall, finding a nice tall spine, inhale to reach the arms up. And then exhale with that tall spine. Again, let the hands fall where they fall. You have a nice long spine to begin with. Notice if you feel difference from the right leg and the left, because we have stretched out the right leg in our previous pose. We haven't gotten to that left leg yet. So notice any difference here. If you don't, that's fine too. Let's just stay with our long spine in this posture for this round. And then let's walk ourselves back up. Good. Now let's bring the right foot in, planted on the inside. This is where you'll switch sides in the chair as well. Sit up nice and tall in the sit bones. Inhale to reach up. And then exhale, long spine, fold forward. Let the hands fall. Stay with your long spine for a few rounds of breath. Notice where you feel the stretching sensation. Toes are flexed back towards face. And if you feel ready, go ahead and melt down over the extended leg. All right, staying for another breath and then making our way back up. Let's extend both legs out in front again. We'll do another forward fold with both legs together. Find those sit bones, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hinge forward. So you're hinging from the hips, not from the waist here. It's a bit of a core workout, especially if your arms are extended long like this. These levers are really long. When you can't go any further and you still have your nice long back, just let the hands fall. Support yourself here. Stay with your tall spine. And then go ahead, if you like, and melt down. Toes flexing. Feeling sensation down the back of the legs. Breathing into the backside body as well. Staying for 3, for 2, and 1. Take one more full round of breath here. And then on the inhale, let's come on up. We'll walk ourselves back up. Awesome. Let's come into butterfly. So we want to bring the soles of the feet together. You can try this in the chair as well, just creating a big open space. And if the soles of the feet can't come together in the chair, just stepping the feet wide again, then we'll find a nice wide-legged forward fold. Okay, so finding those sit bones, grabbing onto wherever you can find a place to grab. So that might be your ankles, maybe the bottoms and soles of your feet. Maybe you take peace fingers around the big toes, wherever you land. Inhale, find that nice tall spine. Exhale again, hinging forward. So that tall spine, we're gonna hinge forward. So we have a nice long spine. We're not melting down. We're not trying to get down here. We're trying to imagine going out forwards. So we wanna have a nice tall spine, reaching, reaching, reaching. Tucking the chin down so that we're not craning the neck. Just bring the chin down. Find that nice long spine. Notice where you feel the stretch and the sensation. Stay for a couple rounds of breath. Stay with the tall spine for this round. And when you're ready, come on back up. Let's draw the knees together. Send the hands behind us. Press into the feet and hands and lift the hips up. Open up for our reverse tabletop here. Staying here for a few rounds of breath. I'm just going to demonstrate a chair option, of course. If you're in your chairs and you have a nice sturdy type of chair, you can bring the hands behind, plant the feet, lift the hips this way for a nice chair supported tabletop. Okay. All right, let's lower the hips down. We'll find that butterfly again. So sit up nice and tall to begin with, grabbing onto ankles, feet, or toes. Inhale. Let's exhale with the tall spine. Find the edge. And when you can't go any further, go ahead and melt down. Let's melt down this time. Maybe you want to release the hands, walk them forward. Breathe into the backside body here. Notice how this changes the stretch. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale to lift our forehead, walk ourselves all the way up. Let's close the legs up and we're going to roll down to our backs if we're on the floor. Anybody that feels safe, you can roll down using your legs as a bit of a lever there when you get there. If you haven't already, draw the legs in, rock side to side. If you're in the chair, your option here is to draw one knee in, maybe even tucking your forehead towards the knee and then the other. So this is our chair option. It works great on the floor as well. All right, let's just rock side to side, massage the low back. And let's lower the feet down. Here's where I said we're going to catch up with those in the chair that maybe have already done their pigeon. We're going to do ours reclining. So if you already did a round of pigeon, let's do another one. Pigeon is, for most of us, a figure four pigeon. It's not necessarily easy, but I think most of us enjoy stretching out our hips. So from the floor, let's take the right leg and cross it over left knee. Let the right knee fall open. You maybe stay here if you're in the chair especially. You might already be feeling a stretch. If you're on the floor, you may want a little more. So you might want to thread the needle. Reach the arms through as you lift left foot and reach behind the left knee. Draw the left knee in as you press the right knee away. If you're in the chair and you've got that right foot crossed over, you can start to lean forward and notice the stretch in the outside hip. And in pigeon, keeping this right foot active and flexed, you can stay in stillness here. You might want to rock side to side, who knows, whatever feels good. Just get a bit of stretch in the outer hip. We stretch the hips, the inner thighs and behind the hamstrings. Let's give the outer hips a little love here. Stay for a couple of breaths, maybe even tuning into your motto, your mantra, your intention. I got this, I don't got this, I'm here, whatever it was. Stay for 3 more breaths, finding your own perfect pace for your breath, especially as we start to wind the practice down. And when you're coming into your 3rd breath, keep the legs just as they are, maybe releasing the hands. And what we're going to do is use this right foot, we're going to lower the left foot down. We're going to use this right foot to sort of gently guide the left knee into a gentle spinal twist. Arms can come into cactus or straight out along the floor. And this right arm may or may not want to help guide it in a little deeper. If the twist feels okay, maybe you can look away from the knees as well. All right, when you feel ready, bringing the gaze back through center, and then bringing the knees back through center. Lower both feet down, step them wide, just windshield wiper the knees back and forth, shake it out. We'll go to the other side. So when you're ready, we'll step the feet in. This time we will lift and flex the left foot, cross it over the right knee. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to thread the needle, reach behind the leg, draw the right knee in, press the left knee away. Find that sensation in the outer left hip, staying in stillness, or maybe finding a little soothing rocking motion. Whatever feels best for you here. Yeah, I know that pigeon, whether it's like this on your back in the chair or seated or even lying down, I know it's intense. Stay for 2 more breaths. All right, on the last breath, let's release the hands. We'll lower that right foot down this time, and we're going to use this left foot as a bit of a weight to guide the right knee into our twist, trying to keep both shoulder blades grounded, and we can open the arms up along the floor and maybe lift and turn our gaze away from the knees. Try to notice where the breath flows in this twisted, lying down twist. Might feel quite different from the twists we were doing at the beginning of class, where we were seated and twisting. Bringing the gaze back through center when you're ready, bringing the knees back through center. One more time, let's step the feet wide, windshield wiper the knees. All right, option for that reverse tabletop that I showed in the chair, and for those of us on the ground, let's open up into a bridge. We'll step the feet as close as we can to our glutes here, hands down by our side, press into hands and feet, lift the hips off the mat. Now there's quite a few options here for our bridge pose. You can stay here, you could flow up and down with breath, or if you do have a block and you're practicing with a block, you might want to find a restorative bridge, placing the block underneath the flat part of the back and sort of the sacrum area, and letting the hips come down. And then you're in a bit of a supported bridge. You could even turn the palms up. And last option here, if you are on the block, maybe you want to stretch those legs forward. I don't have room, my wall is there, and create a bit of a opening and stretching through the front hips. So a few options for our bridge. Wherever we are, let's stay for 3, for 2, and 1. Take the whole round of breath here. And then on the next exhale, we'll lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. And once again, just drawing the knees into the chest and rocking side to side. Now, if there are any more postures or final postures your bodies are craving, any more stretching, maybe there's areas that need more or areas we missed, by all means, go ahead and find those postures now. And if you are ready to move into your final resting pose, Shavasana, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position or lying straight on the mat. Just maybe open up the arms and legs a little bit, take up a bit more space on your mat, and really feel the body sink into the mat or the chair. Feel those props, the mat and the chair supporting your weight, supporting you. Check in with your mantra. Check in with your energy. Check in with your breath and body, and just scanning the breath and body. Notice if there are any areas where you're holding any tension or where the breath is getting caught. See if we can smooth out the tension or the catching of the breath by just taking some nice, even flowing breaths. Shavasana is the time for our physical and energetic bodies to absorb all that good work we just did and turn it into something magical. It's a time for integration and rest. And know that rest is different from sleep and that we need both every day. And we should never pass up an opportunity to just rest and do nothing. Now, the beauty of practicing through the lens is if you want or need a longer Shavasana, you can let the video play out. You can press pause and stay exactly as you are. If you are ready to move and wake up the body, just start to wiggle fingers and toes, circle wrists and ankles. Maybe curl into a little ball or stretch long along your mat one last time, just before rolling over to your favorite side and making your way up to a comfortable seated position. From here, let's take a big breath together. We'll inhale, sweep our hands up overhead. Let's exhale and draw the air through heart center. Your hands can rest over the heart center in prayer at the heart center, or all the way back down to your knees or lap. Again, trying to figure out what kind of energy you'd like to close your practice with. Are we looking to bring the energy in and calm, or are we looking for energy in and energetic? Finding what works for you. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for allowing me into your personal, private yoga practice spaces and for allowing me to guide you through these juicy stretches tonight. I hope that you feel limber and ready to either hop into bed if it's night or take on your day if it's day for you. Thank you again. Thank you for coming on this yoga leap with me. And until we have a chance to flow again, take care. Thank you, everyone. I hope that that was exactly what you needed for your bodies today. I know it was for me. So thank you so much for joining me here this week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.